Scotland, but the weather forecast for next week is utterly dire. So we decided, because the forecast is better south and east, we decided we'd have a look in Norfolk instead. So I'm heading down to his place and then we're going to go Norfolk bound. Let's go! Trying out a top box for this trip that I might be buying off John. We're just trying it out, it's one of his. He's flogging it off, which has cleared a little bit of space in the back because that was absolutely chocker in there. So at least I've got a bit more room and I can always move things. Yeah, quite full. Bed's down there, but on a night what I'll be doing is moving things from there into the front seat just to give me space in the back. That's the plan. Also bought a little solar panel. It folds down to something the size of, well, the size of one of these pieces here, just for charging stuff up en route. It just goes nicely on the dash there. Couple of cables. Right, I've got rough paddling. First stop, something for lunch, and then decide on a plan. A plan, we need a plan. Ish. Push that one gently. First location, here we come. Hello. So like I say, we didn't make it to Scotland. We gave that a wide berth because of the weather. So we've made it to the mountainous area at the moment of, yeah, we're in Lincolnshire. And it's a bit blustery today. And we're at Surfleet. Can't remember what, I think that is the River Surfleet. If I'm wrong, I'll put that on the screen. Staying here for the night. I've parked at a wonky angle because the wind is blowing this way. And so we've got a bit of shelter in the shade of my van. Don't know whether we're going to go out on the water today or tomorrow morning. We might wait to see if it calms down. I'll have a look on Windy app. If you've never used Windy app, it's worth having a look at, especially for what we do. Beer, parked, RC cars, yay! Don't ask, it's not mine. Don't ask. It's mine! Look at his little face. Tonight I will mostly be eating duck and beans while drinking posh beer. Look at that. Trappist beer, I think. 8%. I may not see you in the morning. That looks like it's going to be a slop. That's one way to heat the pan up. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Just flipped it over, look at that. Beans in. Woohoo! No. Posh beer. Oh, that's a banger. I'm going in. Oh, that's tender. Oh, man. Right, we've settled down. I've got some reading and snacks to have a go at. And we're getting up early tomorrow to go out for a bit of a paddle. See you then. Nice out. Not very chatty. It's a chilly morning in North Lincolnshire and we're paddling into the wind and against the current for a little bit. We're not going far, just an opportunity to get out, get on the water. Kind of nice bit of deck in there. I'm guessing in this area it doesn't flood very heavily, largely because there are no hills for the water to run down from, and yeah, I mean there's some very close riverside properties here. But I was also using the bank as a gauge for that, because nothing's worn away, nothing's washed away. Just the Gumotex boys, never meaning no harm. Been in trouble with the CRT since the day they were born. So, for fans of Firefly, Serenity is on the left. Pollard it. Loads of daffs here on the bank on the left. Looks really lovely actually. And again, that's one of those things that tell me this bank doesn't flood. The bulbs would have been washed away. I said bank doesn't flood. This is the River Glen. I think I called it the River Surfleet yesterday. River Glen. Trying out a new paddle on this trip. It's full carbon. Got it from Alibaba. And do you know what? I'm liking it. I am liking it. Plenty of quackadoodles about. We tried to go around here. Right, I've done a mile out into the wind. We're now going to kind of drift back and
faster than we went out.
And yeah, faster than we went out, and enjoy some beverages and, you know, meaty snacks. Drift away.
Got what? Got big erection on.
And we're back at dock. Wonder if I can ride it up here without skegging out. Let's give it a go. Hey, not bad. Got everything packed away. We're heading off now to get something to eat. Going to go healthy. See, told you it'd be healthy. Right, next stop, King's Lynn. Ooh, that's an interesting bridge. Jim would love this one.
Yeah, I think it's a swing bridge. Lift one, I think it might be a lift one actually.
Just entering King's Lynn. Curious with the black spire. Looks like a oh, I was just gonna say, it looks like a market square. Bit of a clue. That looks like a town hall. Top of that it says Corn Exchange, erected 1854. Pilot's office, mooring dues, common stave key, or as John pronounced it earlier, quay. And this is where the Great Ouse enters the North Sea. Quite like that. Anyway, we bought stuff. So King's Lynn reminded me a lot of many other kind of like coastal towns. Little bit sort of like dishevelled and run down, and often that's due to the kind of like the more sea type air that sort of batters buildings and stuff. But also it's quite kind of industrial in this area. There's quite a bit of this drabness to it, like that as you come around this bend. And as far as I know, I think that's because it's a bit of a port, an export port. Could be wrong. Tell me in the comments if I am. Now, it wouldn't be a trip to Scotland without a visit to a castle. So we've come to Castle Rising, just northeast of King's Lynn. Castle Rising, a seat of the Howard family, a massive 12th century earthworks and keep. One of the largest keeps in the country. Richly decorated exterior, well preserved medieval kitchen, massive defence earthworks. Whatever the hell that means. So as you can see, there's been a moat here at some point. Now, where's the ticket office? £6 per person to get in at that little place back there. In we go. Yeah, look how deep that moat's been. I don't think the camera will do it justice. Little fella down there just climbed up to the top here for the view. Very blustery today. Wind forecast has been crap. I dread to think what it would actually be like in Scotland at the moment. Looks like that was the toilet. Do not trust me for history. A lot of my facts are based on fiction, my own. But for this area, considering how flat it is, you do get quite a good view of the surrounding area. I'm guessing when this was built, a lot of these trees weren't here, so you had a lot better view around. I can't tell you just how steep that drop is down there. John said it'd be a great place to go sledging, but you know, you're going to have a very abrupt stop at the end. Yeah, judging how yellow that flooring is, I'm guessing that maybe was the toilet. I might actually be right. Do wish it was a little bit less windy and I could get the drone up, because I reckon from an aerial point of view, I reckon this would look quite cool, especially because you'd have the castle and then all the surrounding bits and pieces as well in view, and the moat area. You'd be able to see the scale of it better. So this area here that we saw from above, chapel, 14th century, that's what this area's been outside. Let's get in. Please take care. Uneven floors, low arches, steep banks, narrow staircases and other hazards which might be found in a castle built in 1140 AD. This is actually, I don't know, it's quite cool. So you've got arch slits there for the arrows, I'm guessing, for the archers. Well, I'll bring you all the best views. Going in and up. Very dark. Ooh, where are we now? The Keep 4 building. So let's keep going up. Quite cool this actually, I'm liking this one. Mural or wall passage. Reached the end of the line here. Danger falling objects. Oh, kitchen. So the bit where I came in on, down there was a sign saying that that was the basement. Right, let's go up again. Up. Here's the next little, ooh, right, here we go. Quite sheltered in here. Keep 4 building. This upper room was created in the open battlements in the late 13th or 14th century. Right. I don't think this is going to go anywhere, but I could be wrong. I feel like I've got a duck. Don't know why. I might, would I bang my, yeah, I would actually bang my head. Upper chamber. Originally this room was the only one on this floor. Right, back to the staircase. Up we go. Oh. End of the line. So that's where it came up, and now we're coming across. little dark tunnel, I think. It's actually, yeah. So that's where I've just come from. Ah, chapel. It's good to see that they had standard bricky work back in the 11th century. Oh, you can't beat a good old tradie, can you? Great chamber. The floor level is indicated by the joist holes in the wall on the right. Ah, there. So that's where the floor would actually have been. AM 1962. So sometime in the morning in 1962 that block was put in. Sorry, John. That was bad, wasn't it? That was bad. And now I'm in the cells. I'm in the cells.
Lock him up, throw away the key.
So this is the original stairs where you're coming through the door. I turned off there. John's already been up here and had a bit of a nosy. Oh yeah, I've not been in here. Self-aggrandised or what? A splendid waiting room.
I'm in.
Back. Hello. I know, we're fucking stupid. We're descending in Castle Rising. That wind as you get out of there, that's brutal. Brutal. Let's just go and have a quick look at what I described as the toilet. Early Norman church.
There we go. So my servants' quarters is an early Norman church.
And my toilet is an early Norman church. Right, quick bit for the bouldering channel. I know, stupid. Right, next stop, a pub. About an hour's journey, 50 miles to Wroxham, I think it is. And we're hoping to be able to stay in the car park. If not, there's a pull-in nearby. Quite nice to be in an area where we can see some hills. Hills! Up ahead, in the distance there's a pub. And that's where we were thinking we might be able to stay in the car park. We drove straight past because it was really busy. And we've come to this other option, a lay-by nearby. We're just ringing up there now to see if we can get in for a meal and drinks. And if so, then we'll just kind of crash here anyway. That's the plan. I can see why John's picked this area. Really good access to the River Bure. Right, we've got booked in at the pub. I'm just setting the van up so that nothing can be seen from the outside. Just put my curtains on, it's a bit blustery. Don't want that bag to be seen. Brought the bitch on a date. Yeah, food looks as though it's going to be a bit shit. So we've dined, come back to our respective vehicles, settled down. I've done a bit of reading and I'm feeling tired. So tomorrow, not sure what's going to happen. Forecast is a bit dire. We'll see. Tell you what, some people do make things look difficult. I'm having a bit of trouble with this floor at the moment. It's gone down on me. Great Yarmouth.
What do you mind clearing that by?
Got it.